This is Mark Bell from supertraining.tv, Super Training Gym, the strongest gym in the West, answering more questions for the Power Project. Got a question today from a Power Project lifer, Brian Kunst, who's part of the Slingshot Army. He's got a question today about his deadlift. He said that a lot of the deadlifting and stuff that he's been doing has been helping tremendously, and he's been making some strides. A lot of the advice I've been giving him, he said that I'm pretty much his coach because he doesn't really train with anybody, and I'm flattered to hear that I'm the people's coach. I like the sounds of that. That's what I'm working towards here, and that's what this whole Power Project is all about. It's for me to help you guys advance even with or without a coach, with or without bands or chains or specialty items. Hopefully you can get access to them somehow, but if you don't have them or you don't have access to a good coach, I'm right here. And I think I'm a pretty good coach, but maybe not. Who knows? Maybe I'm a piece of shit. I don't really know. Anyway, I got the gun hat rocking, ready to answer a question. So he says that some of the advice I've been giving him, I told him to change his hand position, and well, bam, he made some progress, and also had him do some ultra-wide sumo deadlifts. He said that by doing the ultra-wide sumos, that it's increased his back strength to the point where he's now able to do pull-ups for reps, which he wasn't able to do before. And the whole point of the Power Project, the whole point of Power Magazine, is to show you guys that strength is important in just about everything that you do, whether it's CrossFit, whether it's bodybuilding. Doesn't matter what it is. Being stronger will allow you to do more things. It will increase your work capacity, which a lot of people don't really realize, but it increases your work capacity tremendously. A lot of times we'll see guys who squat, let's say 315, they'll do the bar, they'll do 135, they'll do 225, they'll do 275, and maybe they squeak out 315 for a single, and bam, they're done. They're on their way to the next thing. Now, if a guy squats 405, he's going to be there much longer. He's going to get in more sets, he's going to get in more reps, he's going to get in more volume. And therefore, he's going to increase his work capacity. Now, if it comes down to squatting 315 for reps, who do you think is going to win that battle? The guy who's stronger. More than likely. I mean, you know. But the other guy's only doing 315 for a single. He's going to really struggle. So, increasing your strength can transfer into any sport. The Power Project, powerlifting, the Power Magazine, all that stuff is for every sport that you can imagine, because being stronger is never going to be a weakness. So Brian Kunst here, who's abusing his questions, he's starting to ask way too many. He's about to get fired, and he doesn't even know it. But anyway, as a people's coach, it's my job to answer questions no matter how dumb they are. So let me see if you guys can figure out why this is a dumb question. He wants help with his deadlift. Let's take a look at it. I know my boy Jesse Burdick's probably out there watching somewhere. He always lies that he doesn't watch all these, but he's watching. Come on, get serious. He probably knows what's wrong with this pull. Let's watch it one more time. What I'm noticing is a lot of slack in the back. He's not getting tight through his arms. Therefore, he's not getting tight through his back. His back is fairly straight, but he's kind of rounded down here a little bit. And doesn't have the tightness that I'm looking for in the mid back there. And it leads to a poopy diaper lockout at the top, where it looks like you poop your pants, which is not good. So let's watch it one more time. There's also another problem with this deadlift, though, and can you guys point it out? The other problem with that deadlift is it's not a deadlift. It's a freaking rack pull. So if you want your deadlift analyzed, send me an actual deadlift. That would be nice. Anyway, I'll try to answer your question. Get yourself tighter in your back. People don't realize the tightness comes from your arms. It's all initiated from your arms. Yes, your arms in the deadlift, your arms. The things that are attached to the barbell. You need to get your arms tighter. The tightness is going to transfer from your hands, through your arms, through your shoulders, to your mid to upper back, and all the way through the barbell. And that's exactly what you're trying to do. Is you're trying to create tightness by utilizing the bar. And if you sent me a deadlift from the floor, it's even more so because the barbell is lower. Those of you who have trouble understanding some of this, is you can unrack a barbell with about, well, let's just say 2 plates. That's a good starting place for anybody. 2, 3 plates. Unrack a barbell, lower the weight down to the ground. Try to take video or have somebody watch you. Sit back with the weight. Don't come off tension as you get to the floor, and then come back up. Record that. Do it a couple of times. Unrack the weight a couple times. Maybe even pop off a couple reps. But don't come off tension. Stay tight. Watch the way that you pull. Watch the way that you sit back. And record it. And I guarantee you that that's going to be probably the way that you're going to want to pull. Unless you're like lowering the weight in some crappy ass fashion. But you should be keeping your back tight. And you should be able to feel that kind of transfer that I'm talking about. So keep that back tight. One thing that you did that was great on this pull is you kept your head neutral. I've been talking about this a lot. I see too much shit going on with people's heads, and your head was very neutral throughout the range of motion. You kind of threw your head back as you were finishing the deadlift, which is exactly what you want to do. So good job on that. Next time, make sure you show me a full range of motion deadlift. Also, I'd maybe duck your feet out a little bit. It's hard to tell from the video, but I don't know, your knees were real forward, and I know that was part of your question, so your knees come forward. But again, I know it's not a huge rack. You're not doing a big rack pull. It's just pretty low to the floor. But when the barbell is on the ground, I'm watching it again. When the barbell is on the ground, your knees will be able to travel forward past where the barbell is. When you're doing a rack pull, the barbell will be more in the way of your legs, so it's very hard for me to give you a very accurate assessment of exactly what you're doing. So, we got a question, or we got a cliffhanger question. Another who said it. Who said it? Part of knowing who you are is knowing who you're not. Who said it? That is it from supertraining.tv. Later.